What's up, guys? It's your boy Zawoki back at with some more of Marvel's content with myself, Zawoki. And we're going to be taking a look at the possibility of getting Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., Captain America, Chris Evans, and Black Widow, Scarlet Johansson, where we're actually going to be getting these iconic characters back for what people have been wanting when Steve goes back in time, or I wouldn't say back in time, but to put the stones back, and we actually are going to be getting these characters back, and we're going to be looking at the Cosmic Wonder and his description and information about these returning back for Marvel Studios Nomad. So grab a chair, grab some popcorn. Also, before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel by hitting the white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit the bell icon next to it so that I do post videos like this one. You guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. You guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And with that being said, also go to the Cosmic Wonder. This man is so close to 1 million subscribers. Go over there, give him some love. He does all things Marvel, DC, and galore. So make sure you guys go give him some love. And with that being said, let's get into his video and see what he says about Captain America, Iron Man returning for Marvel Studios Nomad. Let's take a look.
Return of Chris Evans as Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man,
Oh my
Scarlett
gosh.
Johansson as Black Widow is
But
something
how?
that everybody has been talking about for some time now. Since it was revealed that Phase 4, 5, and 6 of the MCU were the Multiverse Saga, and since it was revealed that the last movie of the Multiverse Saga would be Avengers Secret Wars, fans have been speculating about these iconic actors returning to their iconic characters. And yes, this is reportedly going to happen in Avengers Secret Wars. But what could possibly be even more exciting than that is the reports of the Nomad Project that we've been getting for some time now. Now, if you're not familiar with what the Nomad Project is, this could be a project where we see Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Scarlett Johansson return not as variants of the characters
But
that
as
they
themselves?
used to play, but as the actual characters. Now, right off the bat, some of you might be asking, well, aren't they dead? Well, at least 2 of them are dead. We're unclear of what really happened with Chris Evans as Captain America / Steve Rogers at this point. He really could be on the moon for all we know, or he could still be alive, or he could have passed away due to old age. But
Which he
main
did.
point, aren't these characters gone? And the answer is yes. However, the Nomad Project would take place before Phase 4. For those unfamiliar with the Nomad Project, it would be a project about Steve Rogers returning the Infinity Stones to where they got them. There is a huge story to tell that we never got.
Just think about the stories and the movies that could be made off of that.
At the end of Avengers Endgame, we saw Chris Evans as Captain America go back in time to return the stones, and we saw him come back. But of course, as everybody knows, when he came back, he lived a full life. A life that we never saw and never really even heard about, besides the fact that he went back and he married Peggy. And fans have been dying to know what exactly happened when he returned the stones. Well, that's what the Nomad
I'd like to watch that.
is believed by many to be about, if it happens. Recently, some people believe that the project was scrapped and is never going to be made. However, we've been given a dim light of hope. In fact, based off of recent activity from Marvel Studios and Disney, it looks like there is quite a bit of hope that this project could actually be made. And we'll go over what you need to know, but quick reminder,
It would
only
save
one
Marvel.
day left of the giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. We pick one winner at the end of each month, and the winner.
And if you subscribe to me, I'm going to be giving away a Meta Quest 3 at 50,000 subscribers, and at 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 2 more of those bad boys, so subscribe.
Gets to pick one item. Today's the last day for this month, and we will start the giveaway again next year as well. Now, the Nomad story in the comics is very different than what is believed to be the story of the Nomad MCU project. There have been several people who have had the Nomad title in Marvel Comics, but the original one is Steve Rogers. In Captain America number 180, December 1974, Steve Rogers becomes disillusioned with the United States government and realizes that he cannot trust them anymore. He discovers that a very high-ranking government official is the leader of the terrorist organization known as the Secret Empire, and he believes that it is actually the president at that time, Richard Nixon,
I read my comics.
is the leader of that secret empire. So then Steve Rogers then decides to abandon his identity as Captain America. He is Captain America no more. But then a run-in with Hawkeye, who was disguised as the Golden Archer, makes him realize that he can't just quit the life of a hero. So he dons a new suit with no patriotic marks on them and he becomes Nomad. However, he's not Nomad for very long and he quickly goes back to being Captain America, deciding
I thought this was Nomad back in the day, but it wasn't.
he could help his nation without blindly supporting his government. So that specific story probably doesn't have a place in the MCU right now as we know it. I mean, we basically kind of already got the Nomad Captain America after the events of Civil War took place with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. And it is possible that they could dive a little bit into that story as well, since it does involve Black Widow. They could go on and tell us about the events that took place between Civil War and Infinity War and show us what Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, and Black Widow were up to, as well as the Scarlet Witch. In fact, I think it would be kind of a missed opportunity if they didn't at least show us some of what happened during that time. Now, they did do a tie-in comic that did show us a little bit about this, and this was years and years ago, right around the time of Infinity War. But it's widely believed that this story, if it gets made, would be about Steve Rogers returning the stones and would be about his life after he did that.
I would love to watch that.
What we never saw that we really want to see. And here's the really cool thing about this. About 3 years ago, Marvel Studios actually trademarked the name Nomad. They trademarked Marvel Studios Nomad. Now, they trademarked that alongside of Secret Invasion, Ironheart, and Armor Wars, and all of those projects were revealed. However, Nomad wasn't. It was speculated that they would get Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and Scarlett Johansson to return. However, since they just finished Avengers Endgame, they wanted a little bit more time. A little bit of a break between the biggest movie of all time, at least it was until the re-release of Avatar, and a new project where they would return probably for one last time as their iconic characters. However, like I mentioned, it's been about 3 years and nothing has really come up about this project.
It's been pretty quiet.
The beginning of this month, we got a little update about the Nomad project, and this was discovered by Charles Murphy at murphysmultiverse.com. And they found out that when Marvel Studios trademarks upcoming projects, they file multiple different trademarks. Some are for toys, some are for clothing, some are for cups, etc., other types of merchandise. However, they also file one for entertainment services, which essentially indicates that they are making either a film or a TV series. Now, this is what they did 3 years ago alongside Armor Wars and Secret Invasion.
I mean, even if they did a 6-part series where each one was a stone, like the Reality Stone, the Space Stone, each episode was that, I'd still watch it, man. Oh my gosh.
But here's the interesting part. As for everything else that Marvel Studios does, they filed one of these entertainment services trademarks for Nomad. And Charles Murphy recently discovered that Marvel Studios let all of these other trademarks die for Nomad except the entertainment services one. In fact, it's been discovered that the studio has actually taken measures to extend the trademark on several occasions, including...
So we're not going to get an Armor War?
So this means, at least for the time being, the project is still alive, and Marvel has not scrapped it yet. And in fact, many insiders have reported that Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson are indeed returning for Secret Wars. That means Marvel Studios has met with them already to talk about them returning, and if this is still a go, that means they most likely talk to them about the Nomad project. Yes, we believe that it will most likely focus on Captain America. However, they would be foolish not to include Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. In fact, it's actually widely believed that Scarlett Johansson is going to direct this film. It's already been confirmed, and this was a little bit
direct.
Scarlett Johansson was indeed returning to Marvel Studios to direct a project. She wanted to direct and produce. And what better project to direct or produce than this project? One where she could also reprise her role as Black Widow, and not just as a variant.
Bring the Russo brothers back.
Character that she knew. And it'll actually be pretty interesting for these characters because at the end when Captain America went to return the stones, they had already died. But Captain America does have to return the stones to where they were taken from, one of which would have to be when he was time traveling with Tony Stark, and the other would have to be where Natasha sacrificed herself on Vormir. So he could run into both of them then, but like I mentioned, it would also be really cool if they showed some of what happened between Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame. That time where basically Captain America and Black Widow were outlaws, which was basically the Nomad story that we didn't get to see. But either way, it would be something truly exciting to see, even just seeing Chris Evans returning as Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. returning as Iron Man, and Scarlett Johansson returning as Black Widow. That is just simply enough to watch anything that they could be a part of. But the fact that we have a really awesome story that is sitting right there that could be told that we have never seen before makes it even more exciting.
Come
I
on.
hope this project gets made. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. What would you like the story to be, and would you be excited to see all of these characters return? Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on the MCU. And a big happy New Year's to everybody. Hope 2024 is a great one and better than 2023 for everybody. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
So for the love of baby Jesus, all that is holy, they better not scrap Armor Wars. I didn't know if they scrapped it or I thought they were redoing like the I can't remember what it's called, but I was so excited for Armor Wars because I am big when it comes to Iron Man and Hammer Industries. Like what happened to Hammer? I mean, we saw him in What If when he comes out of the jail and so forth like that, but like I feel that they're getting too woke, obviously. The Russo brothers, I know that they probably are not into doing this kind of content anymore, the videos of Marvel, but they need to come back, okay? They did fantastic on Civil War and Endgame, and I mean, this would be fantastically done if they brought back Captain America for how the stones were returned, what happened during Civil War and Infinity War. I mean, there's a big chunk of time. I think they said, 3 years between Civil War and Infinity War? And then you got Infinity War to Endgame. What happened in that time? There's 5 years where everybody was gone. Couldn't they do something to that extent as well? But with that being said, comment your guys' thoughts down below. Let me know remember those times we saw where like the 3 Spider-Man came back, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland all joined together. The theaters roared in excitement. I mean, I was there. Remember, I was there. And then during Avengers Endgame, when everybody came back from being in the blip, it was just fantastic. I want to hear that again, and I think this would be a very good chance to do that with Nomad and just seeing them included in Secret Wars. So, again, comment down below. Hit the like button if you want to see this happen. Also, go over to Cosmic Wonder, give him some love. And with that being said, have a great night. Keep well, keep safe, and keep nerding on. And we'll see you guys next time.